City Boys coming off of a 13-5 win against Cloud9 White. A game, though, that felt like Cloud9 White just couldn't quite find the answers after their timeouts. EG, we'll see if that's a different case for them. We'll see what they bring to the table after we start off map 2.
Yeah, we saw the EG timeout on Bind, and, well, it called for more action. And as they're starting on their defense, the action is actually coming their way. Look at this for Pancakes all the way up through. Gonna block this rotation for the defenders that are on this C site. And, well, for now, it's really only Calm. Eventually, Apoph's going to be working that way as well, but immediately threatening this B site, getting that spike down early. That's going to make this site an option for the entirety of this map here, Cat.
Where are you?
That's crazy. Haunter to come through into garage. Let's be honest, has all the space window. It's found one. Calm with the trade back, but it's all in the direction. The players coming into link, falling to Gucci. A slow grab 2, and it's a 1-0 scoreline after what is a brand new strat to see taken out. I will say the Sage Wall has so much value on the eco. A rifle gets through it in 2 seconds. A pistol, you're lucky if you're getting that thing broke, if it's not broken early. So to jump through a window, to get that space in early for Pancakes, put that wall up, there's no chance you're breaking it if you're just Calm CT. Means they have to come through garage as well. Completely siphoned in to those 2 players watching for the City Boys, and then to keep the other 2 on the B side as well. A very interesting execute, something I've never seen before, and man, did it work.
In a very respectful buy coming into this next round, not going to go light shields with the rifles, instead opting into full shields. Bulldog, Spectres, Marshals, the like. Another quick takeout towards C this time. Pretty standard wall that we see. Gonna block off garage, make that retake a bit more one-pronged. You either gotta go all the way around the world and be collected by Zachary, or push your way through CT. And, well, Gucci the bouncer at the door at the very least for now.
Be honest, gonna find Boostio just way into the peak CT. Let's hold strong onto these ones, EG. Couple frags. You want a little bit of money. Not much in this round. It's the eco. You're not expecting a retake. You get some rifles or some guns out the hands. Excuse me, I should say. The City Boys makes the bonus a little easy so far. It's not been the case. Reformed will fall. Apoth shortly after. Zachary pondering towards Calm, who floats in garage for now.
You know, I wasn't sure if that spot was going to kill him, and he needed to die to the spike. So
yeah,
it does go down. A flawless round, although it didn't shout out the flawless there. So this bonus gonna be feeling pretty good, right? The same thing that they brought into the anti-eco, they're bringing into the bonus, and even with that, right? Only purchasing, you know, the Marshal for Okeanos means that in this full rifle or this full buy round, once they get there, whether it be next round or if they upgrade for free and all that stuff, Okeanos is going to have operators for days. That's basically what I'm getting at. And we know that he's not going to shy away from that operator pickup, even on the attacking side.
Ugarde will going to come through. Gucci, once again, the staple that we saw in their default. That slow down sewer. And it is that double satchel forward. Already into the B site. Flooding their way in is going to be the City Boys. Pancakes caught by the dark, caught by the slow. Will now catch him with the Odin spray. Still that push to come on. Trades on their way. Lucio to get involved as well. Apoth caught by the Ghost. The switch up. Finally going to switch the guns, but caught by the rifles. Not enough time. Get that gun in his hands. Still cooking. Giannis finds one from Link.
And wants some more. Still has 5 shots left in the Headhunter. Opting out of the Marshal for now. That spike in a very bad spot. You got to put yourself pretty deep if you want to do that. And speaking of bad spots, it's now Reformed. Who's in a tough spot here. Okeanos able to find the angle and find the frag. So City Boys, 3 rounds in a row. They're going to upgrade the rifles that are available to them. And we'll see, right? Why buy the operator now if you can just keep this economy moving on forward? It's all Gucci everything for City Boys.
Oh, no. It's starting to look like it could be the City Boys show. Able to grab themselves a 3rd round in a row, and that bonus to come through breaks that eco for Evil Geniuses. So they're sitting on what is just those sheriffs. And man, just recognize the fact that they've got those Spectres to work with. They buy the utility up, stay on those Spectres, just run it down. B-side gets so close and use that wall to isolate and look into Link. Galaxy able to come through on a nice flank to grab additional frags to come with it. They're going to scale their way up towards a long. Already so quickly forward. 2 players on the site. Astro utility possibly to worry about, but it's eco, so it's limited stars. Oh, nice tackle, big dog. Giovanni's gonna be caught by Jogamo, Pancakes, and Gucci. They come back around. Quick recovery from Gucci. Can't find the satchel at the top of the box, but just find a frag for his trouble.
You know what? I'm going to say that Gucci planned that, and he was trying to escape the damage from the paint shells, which he did so successfully, and he's still alive to tell the tale of the paint shell massacre, or what was supposed to be the paint shell massacre, as he's at the helm of said massacre. Now looking for some more as he creeps around the corner. He received the healing orb, and well, that was just enough to make sure that he wins that duel against Calm. Boostio, however, can really only hope to strip away some of these weapons. Pancakes just around the corner. Headhunter does not land to the head. Instead of body shot, finds Pancakes at 18 HP. But City Boys, they collect their 4th. Now Evil Geniuses once more in a full buy round, and Calm gonna invest once more into the Odin as well. And where does he go with this one? Last time he played backside B. Is that still the play? What are you trying to? What are you wallbanging through here?
You're asking me, right? Like I don't have to answer.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
it's just
cool,
like
cool.
I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah, I love to tell you, man.
That's like rhetorical, you know. I'm asking anybody. Maybe somebody in chat can let us know, right? Like, what do you? I guess that works.
It doesn't find much. Boostio does, on the other hand. It's caught Gucci. So they got themselves a first look, and still the Scale City Boys not afraid and going to sewer. They use that trademark, but they're giving the space away. Pancakes is in, has found reform. They know about Boostio. He's missed the shot.
Oh no! And now he's run down, completely corralled as they force him into the sewers. And the showstoppers again, man, it's only just a bit of damage. Can't quite find the kills. The frags have been escaping the race players when using that ultimate. Zachary, no way, not like this! Jogamo, what did you just do?
A round that you expect to almost certainly be in the hands of the City Boys. Jogamo to come out towards heaven and turn the tides. A ridiculous spray transfer to turn things back around, to give EG their first round win. And that's a big one. That's momentum in the tank for this team at a time where they certainly could use it. Boostio can't buy a gun into this round, but will have the tour de force. They're looking strong into this one.
Yeah, there it is. The call from the Frenchman that it's on. Oh, okay, but there's the call. Out from Raze that it's on as well. The teleport to safety. APOD cuts down two as they try and work their way through the nebulous smoke. Tagged up by the Prowler, so a tough spot to be in for the Astra. And Giovanni able to swing on the angle, find the kill. The resurrection comes through. Both survive for now. The Hunter's Fury corrals them in. And just like that, the round is over. Evil Geniuses put 2 in a row.
Too much util, man. Trying to force the issue into what is just too much utility. It's the Nebula, it's the Gravity Well. It's just too much to try to get through. You get just Gucci out to the site. No one's able to trade because no one can get through. What is the depth of that one? Boostio caught out by the Prowler, but is the look for Gucci to go farther in, ready for his teammates to have that look for him instead, and just can't quite make it happen because of all that util. That's why when we got to that point where we played Astra, and Astra's kind of fallen to the meta, but I mean, we've got him on both teams here in this instance. In the Astra meta, you never contact executed. You couldn't. You took initial contact, instant Gravity Well, rest of the team's cut off, you're not getting into sight. Astra's biggest proponent was always the fact that she could stall for so very long. You've got to give that respect in the same sense here in this series, especially when you then include the fact you've got a fade that gives you the C's, you get the nade combinations because you got raises on both sides. It's too much util to try to force the issue on contact, at least from one lane. If you want to play through C-Long, that's fine, but someone's got to be garage to try to force the issue from the rear, and that's just not the case in that round. It's just short-sighted for City Boys. It doesn't work out.
And timeout called. Economy being shuffled. Okeanos able to help the team get full rifles. Tour de force. It's the inverse from what we saw.
You want to
Evil
play?
Geniuses
Let's
rocking
play.
in that last round. Quick out towards long. Same kind of A start here for City Boys. Slow orb down. Gucci Out towards A long.
Where are you?
Unfortunately, Zachary maybe crept up a bit too far. No, he doesn't get spotted by that haunt.
That means he's got all this space now in towards sewers. Prowler forward.
Bring
On the
them
other
down.
side of things.
Face your fear!
Prowler
Want
now
to find it?
doesn't get so through either, so still chilling as Zachary. Cosmic to come through. To isolate these players in the front of the site. Jogamo sees a combination, has value. Reform going to grab one from the back of the side as well. Utility once again has stalled the push, even with the ult free to execute.
And that's unfortunate, right? That Nightfall, the ultimate itself, you have to have a bit more behind it. Or else you are just walking into very capable defenders who, they can't hear you, but they sure can't see you. And that's exactly what happened here in this one. A timeout called for City Boys, but a flawless round to follow for Evil Geniuses.
You've got the ultimates to work with there. You got the chance to isolate players to the front of the site with that Cosmic Divide. They do so. They grab the Nightfall to get info on where those last few players are. Throw Prowlers onto what are those haunt lines. They get the chance to step forward into the action. But once again, it's scaling to come forward without the contact. And then initially, they finally push their way forward, trying to brute force also those ultimates. And it's the same story yet again. It's the Steez need to come through to stall for timing, to grab value, to grab damage, to allow Reform to have an easier showing, grab the frag, and get the rest of his team out CT to help. You just got to waste some utility for City Boys. You got to play a little slower. You got to default a little heavier.
No, it is pedal to the metal here. Damage through the wall. Okay, Zachary. The Stinger is what it once was, Cat. I don't know. I might be a believer now.
Thank you. Appreciate that. 3 step forward, caught by Apoth on the platform. He's got a second as well. He gets one back with the paint shell.
Spike
so I go
down.
for trade. Rifle for Zachary.
Last
2-on-2.
standing.
Got a 2-on-1 as Busio will pick up Okeanos. Zachary 25 HP. See if he can make this longer lived. Expect it to be. Cannot Reform has it from back to the site. Tied up at 4-4 EG. They found solutions quickly and well. It's tied up because of it.
There.
Yeah, we saw that same Sage Wall too, right? Deep to try and cut up the rotations. Obviously, it didn't matter at the end of the day, although the Stinger did pick up 2 kills. Not too bad. Good little bit of damage. Evil Geniuses, well, damage to the economy is, you're going to need to do a lot more than that as Boostio ups into the operator once more. Okeanos on the end of things with the same exact weapon to match, but he's completely glass cannon.
Go forward. Gucci caught out. Can't find the shot though, and somehow finds Jogamo deep through all the utility. We talk about it, man. Gucci just gets away with it so consistently.
Spike down,
Does
mid.
so again. Good to find one. But it's Apoth and Com to answer right back in the other direction, and suddenly you left off worse than you were. Apoth has another trade to Gucci onto window. Reform, pick up Giovanni, swinging out from the top of B main. Okeanos has taken space C, but it's lost the spike. Still has a 1v3 to deal with. Operator in hand, gonna make it difficult.
Yeah, very aware too, though, right? You saw Apoth immediately turn around, knowing that this player could be coming from that C site. Now they know. Is he expecting one more around the corner? No, instead, he'll go back to the angle onto B, and with that Reformed, gonna try and link up with his teammate. Play this strength in numbers. You don't want to give the 2 1v1s, which I guess technically would become 3 1v1s here on the round. I mean, Okeanos has a lot of corners to clear, but he's got a lot of time, right? 35 seconds left on the clock. Just around the corner is Reformed. And he wasn't quite ready for it to be contact that soon. So Evil Geniuses, they go down early. They put together 5 in a row to grab the lead.
Yeah, 5 in a row. Operator grabbed out of that round as well. So Boostio happy to have that one without having to pay for it. And City Boys, not much they can pay for into this round. Looking at possibly a Judge, possibly a Spectre. Some cheese, some shenanigans into this one, because you can't buy a whole lot more. You can't buy the meat of the round, which is the rifles. You've lost yourself that lead. Things looking very much tough. I think this speaks a little bit to showing what we saw earlier on Haven, the fact that he's still pretty consistent, ability to scale pretty consistent. In this case, she's been getting outclassed by EG so far. Still plenty of time, though. We're early in it.
Look out to D. Gucci trying to do some damage with that Judge. We've seen it before, unfortunately. Does not yield the same results. Jog going out to go fast with the rocket up atop the wall as the Sage, but again, it's only damage No kills to be had with that one as Okeanos lets Reformed sneak away for a second. Pancake's there to punish. And at the end of it all, the chaos that ensued on B site, it's a 3v3. That's where we've landed.
Okeanos to walk all the way out back in sight. No gun in hand. Headed straight for the tunnel vision of the rifle. Reform steps forward. Sees him. Doesn't do anything about it. Has to play for the player in front of him instead. An awkward scenario leads to both players being down when all the dust settles. Leads to a 3-on-3. Tom a chance to spam here through this heaven angle, but that bolt going to be destroyed. Doesn't have consistent information. Shock dart not find the target. Spam through the wall. He has Zachary very low but alive, and Giovanni will grab him. The stinger. The combo fault. 3-on-2 for these low players on the post.
Oh no. Oh no. Pancakes. Do it to him, Pancakes. Do it to him. Walking all the way around, spotting them both and taking them down. A thrifty round win. Can we rewind to that kill up into heaven? I didn't even know the stinger could penetrate anything.
Yeah, I told you, man. Let's go to the game. You refuse to believe. It's all good. You just don't get it. I will say, class, open your textbooks to round number 10, because that is a absolutely clinical look on trigger discipline. Walk down to come through, and you can't play that one better if you're Pancakes. Go so deep into it, able to grab both players so easily. Grabs with that round without any extra damage. Helps when you do have a little bit of scuffs. Economy. Jump peek to come through. Apos, he's getting it all right now.
Ooh, that Prowler.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, they just... Oh, okay!
Do I need to say it again?
I myself
Do I need to say it again, Tanner?
walk majestically, my friends.
Last
The content
round
execute
in the
don't
half.
work, bro. It don't work. Like, that's the same thing, man. Content execute coming out of C long. They get caught, they get eaten up. Like, I get it, man. It's 10 p.m. You wanna give a late night snack to EG, but you can't get ate up like that.
No. And my favorite part about that is both defenders in Giacomo and Apoth, that round immediately ends, and then it's just like minus 450, minus 550, right? We literally spent bare minimum in that round. We quickly rebuy, and then we're just A-okay. But once more, they're going for it. Nightfall goes out, rings out how many players are here, but I think only one spotted by it, and now Boostio wants to get part of the action. It's Giacomo, deafened, but he's not done fragging. He'll collect one for himself. Calm will find another. And Okeanos, a 1v4, a Spectre, a Headhunter, and a Dream to try and close this one out 6-6. Rendezvous to safety, but Apod just around the corner. Nope, it's Calm to spray him down. So 7-5. We swap sides. EG, I mean, they battle back
Switching
from
sides.
the depths to get the lion's share of that half.
Tanner, what is that round, man?
Let them know, man. Tell them.
There's a name for that kind of execute you saw from the City Boys.
Tell them.
It's another contact execute, man. They said B doesn't work. They said the issue, I promise you, listen, it's not the execute. It's the site. What if I go A instead? Contact to A, and they just lose to you two. Bro, the Astra can throw stars wherever she wants. That's the whole point of her kit. Like, I'm glad they switched sides, because that would have drove me up the wall, out the door, down the street. I would have been too far away from my mic to cast the rest of the game. So we'll switch sides. Hopefully, if the City Boys get a little recomposed, EG happy to have a 2-round lead.
And we did praise, however, City Boys on their defense and their ability to make the game look incredibly slow.
Yep.
It was anything but that on their attacking side, which I feel like was similar in that C9 White series, right? I think it was a bit more successful because at the start of the round, City Boys did a good job buying out the util that Cloud9 White had allotted to them. Evil Geniuses had a bit more discipline with that. And so, like you're saying, these contact plays aren't working when there's still heaps of util that you have to play through. So, we'll see. Anything can happen as we swap sides. Boombot out towards B. Boostio just going to waltz his way right on in. 45 HP. guy just does not care. Unfortunately, there's a couple of players that are maybe pushing him around the corner. Hunt comes out of the reveal. Boostio still collects kills and somehow still alive. Sokianos finds himself the last one standing. A backstab just around the corner with Boostio. Inside garage, Spike to get planted. These are three low health bars. Unfortunately, Okeanos is shotgun. He's a bit lower himself. Oh, yes, he can sneak away from that one, but with 12 HP, it only takes a classic to close it out and continue that lead for Evil Geniuses.
With 8-5 lead, they'll grab themselves a third round now, continuing to etch their way forward. A chance at a fourth for them, a 4-round lead if they can grab this one, which they are looking at what is that anti-eco, so we'll be the round to do it. And hey, they got the spike plant. They won the pistol. Tanner's rifles again.
It's rifles. This is the patented
buy,
Evil Geniuses, yeah, economy 101 right here. It's a couple of pistols. You hang on to those. You buy the rifles. Ideally, you win the round, so that way your bonus is that much stronger. And these 2 pistols can also buy into the next.
It is that heavy bonus if they convert successfully here, especially flawlessly. So much so that it's almost not a bonus round for him. It really is almost just a pure gun round in round 3 into the 4. With the upper angle. We'll catch Okeanos, and we'll have the frag. See what's going to be stacked pretty heavily up here towards A. So even though they do lose that one, they still have 3. And Com's drone has spotted Giovanni, who's headed for the hills. Fortunately, Com, a player without a rifle, so on the shoulder peak, not even going to warrant the shots with the frenzy. Just knows that that one's not happening for him. EG going to start to posture towards that C site.
And making the right call, not walking into the stack out towards A. It's obviously unbeknownst to them. They're going to do their due diligence to clear this one out. Recon bolt on to follow. And nobody's home.
Absolutely not. The pillage of the place. They'll put the spike in the ground, and EG to hold the post plant. They've got a bit of util to work with, and of course they've got the rifles, so should feel pretty confident. Most important factor for them here, keep these rifles alive.
Just swag.
And that's a big win right there, right? It's essentially a 50-50. Outside of the light shields that are bought up, it's a 50-50 for Com, right? Who is the player that dies, only having that frenzy. It's a 50-50 for APOT to be able to find these kills and move on into the next round. This is bolstering what this player will be able to buy going into the bonus. And there it is, 3 kills for the Astra. Cosmic Divide just around the corner, and it gets scary for City Boys. They have to win this round, and it's, you know, they don't have a leg up anywhere.
That's a weird flex for Apoth. One of 2 players that a rifle has the most value into the round.
Yeah.
Holds so strongly out towards mid, and I do like the way they play that. The fact that they do have those 3 rifles. Com's played forward CT. Apoth has played late lurk all the way out towards the outskirts of garage. The fact that these are the 2 players that can die in this round. They don't have rifles. All good. They can find some frags. You get extra eco, as you've mentioned. And they do just that. It works quite nicely. They will stay on the light armor here into this one. So it is technically a bonus, but it is that patented EG bonus. So it's 5 rifles in the hands.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, movement. Okay, Oki. Okay, Oki. No way. A couple more. Just around the corner. Give him more. This guy wants to eat. Unfortunately, it seems Okeanos is full. He goes down. Sage wall taken care of rather quickly, like you stated with the rifles. It doesn't take too much to get through it. But the defense still 1 member stronger. Make it 2 as Apod falls. Zachary to collect the kill on his counterpart. Now, Common reformed. I mean, the team is falling around him. They're left to pick up the pieces.
Last player standing.
Oh, what are you shooting at?
Spike down mid.
Casper on the map, and several players off of it. At least Common a 1v3. Wasn't 1v4, but found Giovanni. In case it's on the angle. Gucci walks into his teammate's gravity well. Picks up Com. Wonder if that's a little misdirection play. There's a little bit of cheese. 6-9 regardless. The City Boys still trail by 3. But they bring up the number just ever so closer with that round win. We gotta remember, man, EG off of what is the EG bonus have themselves the ability to rebuy here into rifles.
Yeah, that they do. I'm pretty sure they shot at the rendezvous and died for it. And Oki was already dead.
Yeah, let him know, man. It's like
doesn't
shooting
feel
his
great.
body. Think about it.
Yeah, that doesn't feel great.
I'm trolling you. I'm trolling you. Yeah, wants to step in. Down to Sewers. Probably going to catch him, and he'll catch Boost. He always sees the toes and the gun barrel coming out, so he's got the advantage in that one. We'll use it. Good team. Mobaz info, the player scaling up towards long, so the City Boy defense knows thus far where that attacking side is going to be. Once again, it is APOC Piastra on lurk. Cut of noise from EG. This pulled rotation for City Boys. APOC gonna secure this one with a Nebula into the A-Link side and a trademark break. And that's 2 players moved. That's spacing. It's just the chamber backside.
Well, just the chamber is Okeanos. Good rocket out, and
Spike down.
Gucci will find a way. Actually finding kills with the rocket. Not just damage this time around, and Okeanos receives that healing orb, so he's gonna be able to get back into the fight as the blast
30
pack.
seconds left.
Ooh, Calm's got to back away. You let that one sit for too long, and the blast pack will do heaps of damage. As Oki takes the fight, a headshot will be just enough to sit him down. Now Jogamo, there's just nothing you could do. Completely swarmed here on the A site. You pointed it out that it was just the chamber for a second, but Okeanos surviving, Gucci showing up and finding one with the rocket was everything City Boys needed.
Yeah, and it's great work from the City Boys on the defense to not get scared, to not get spooked by the fact that they do pull players. They float them over towards A-Link instead. It gives that space for EG. Afterwards, a nice mid-play from APOF to really sell that misdirection. So they get the space into sight. City Boys recognize we still got util to work with. We still got players alive. We don't have to rush this one. They catch APOF on the lurk pretty early. You have that issue. Okeanos can't deal with Calm early into this round. Slows things down just a bit. EG off to work mid.
Surely this is a 1-round game after this, right? Surely, City Boys,
Tanner Metro, don't say that.
don't
You'll
let
be on the
evil
line.
geniuses find thrifty victory.
Tanner Metro, why do you do these things? Why do you forsake us? He's so good to find more. The headhunter, Giovanni back. Sight's picked up 2. We'll get out of dodge as well. So all the retake util still available, and 2 players gone from the post play.
And 2 players gone. Here comes the went out and over the top, and there's 2 players there. And Apoth
Nice.
gonna fall. He went galactic for way too long. Gucci wants more. Get out of heaven. Make it look insane as Boostio, the last one standing. No way, Boostio!
It's not even fair. It's not even fair. Opens up the round, gets them into long with a headhunter shot, and then gets them out of the round. Coming up, Sewer finds massive frags with what is that upgraded Sheriff in the chamber kit. Takes us from what arguably should be, right, a 1-round game, and makes it a 3-round game instead. EG up 10-7.
Wow, that is just a fly-by-night diff at the end of the day.
Twitter mom diff, 100%. Jogamo will get diffed early into this one, so that is the entry frag gone as soon as the round begins. Puts a bit of a nail in the tire of the EG mobile, but we'll see what value that does have. 2 Astro Stars already down, 3 actually. It's gonna make it interesting for Zachary, who's played all the way forward into Cubby down C long. Most of the City Boys defense on this C side, but that is not where this push is on its way.
And you mentioned those stars, I believe one coming back, another one going down. Calm on the inside, gonna find the kill onto Gucci. He had pushed aggressively inside the Nebula smoke. That's the best way to take that away from Gucci. Make sure he can't find those easy kills. Although you can't hear, you can still see. And Okeanos needs to get out of dodge. Now they play the long angle. That of Boostio. Trying to fight out towards the A-Link area. Okeanos, that shot just goes wide. And they've done so much to chip away at the clock. Zachary, however, chipping away at the attacker. Defenders. Form just playing underneath. Can't quite spray them both down. Calm, however, might have the opportunity to do so. Time now of the essence, and the ult is available. The shock dart's out. The shock dart lands. The ult still used. But at the end of the day, the round still won.
That it is, and I love how you talk about the time ticked off the clock. EG recognize Zachary's got those stars already down. One pulled back as mentioned for retake utility. So one Nebula popped up C long, one up towards short. As those get popped for Zachary, Apoth pops 2 of his own, one to CT, one towards heaven. So there's still no look. That stalls time initially. Drone comes through from Com, goes down to CT, stalls 2 players even longer. So it's about 20 seconds off the clock before this retake team of City Boys can even get into it. And by the time that they're finally getting into it, they're getting sprayed. There's those crossfires so strong to be had because that utility from the Astra has already been utilized. It's been absolutely stalled, absolutely countered. And then a great play from Com to come through to find the first, to find a nice trade from Long. A good shock bolt lineup to find that last frag as well.
And that's the Sova post plant. It's interesting, right? Because the Fade is usually replacing the Sova, and your secondary initiator that you're bringing in is, you know, the KO maybe, or the Breach.
Yeah, flashes in some way.
But instead, they're going super information. Owl Drone, Prowlers, Recon Bolt, Haunt. And then even, you know, a little combination between the initiators themselves, right? You can toss out a couple of shock darts on top of the Seizes. We've yet to see that, obviously, but
You want to play? Let's play.
I think it's just, it's worth pointing out, right, that the Fade and the Sova right next to each other bring a lot for your squad.
Yeah, they certainly can. Just make it interesting in terms of getting back into things, which usually ends up being Gucci, get baited, bro. Double satch lane for me. Zachary's pretty far up C long right now. Apoth, the only one watching. He is that constant flank watch for the team. Nothing to be seen. They're going to take this space.
Right here.
It's a lot of info for the City Boys to have early. We got one towards Cubby for a refrag. They got Zachary up towards containing. Nothing out of garage. There's only one option left. I'm checking the boxes.
This is the only rifle on the team. If Apoth goes this way. Nope. They're going to opt out of it.
We have an initial prowler that came through garage. It's led to them playing deep into A, up towards A long. You've seen nothing, though, in terms of contact. The UG team is playing so patient. Giovanni's going to catch one on the cross. It's caught by Com, though, in the rear, so he'll fall. EG now going to look to posture over towards that C site. Still, all this space taken by Zachary. This is the big moment.
Well, Busio, it looked like he was going to clear through the angle, but he falls off it.
There.
Doesn't choose to do so. Jogamo, however, trying to send the rocket down. And is it a damage?
Pancakes.
Nope, it's a little bit of kill.
Player
Okeanos collects nothing on the
Spike
site.
planted.
And you said pancakes. They don't know about him. It might not even matter. He's only got a judge. Resurrection may be out of the question. There's just no way.
He even knows those crouches to come through. He needs Com to peek him. If he can grab Com, he gets himself a rifle. He gets a resurrection opportunity as well, but that look doesn't come through. The play falls apart. The backline's pretty weak. We mentioned the fact that the only rifle is all the way down long. Zachary's hoping that they can contain long enough. They can force a team to rotate and then get something. Maybe exits in his future.
Eliminate.
Something.
It's something. Not too bad at the end of the day.
Match
That was
point.
also just in eco. They should be able to buy into this one. But it's, again, similar situation to what we saw in the series prior to this, right? You have to be perfect for 5 rounds in a row. That's a very tall ask.
Five perfect rounds for the City Boys. We're going to send this one to overtime to then try to shut this one out in a 2-0. If not, we move on. Okeanos out early.
Wow.
That'll take Jogmo out of the round. Once again, Jogmo peeking early towards that garage and losing the fight.
Right here.
That's interesting. That's a Zachary smoke coming into A lobby. And typically you would see that from the attacking side, where you toss that smoke out and it allows you to either creep out long or cross. But City Boys are giving that one up to them.
Pancake's on top of the wall. Make sure this Boostio spots him here or not. Copying Divide's gone up to kill extra timing. I think he saw the barrel, but doesn't have a look toward the wall anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Graudio is going to come through. That's a lot of Astra utility killed. Both the ult and a star. The rotation going to come through for EG. Remember, they don't have the entry fragger. Jogamo fell early.
Shot done.
30 seconds left.
Now, fortunately, B-side. Okay, no, not open
Yep,
for
take it
business.
back.
The rotations are here. Long angle held, and Apoth falls. Now they're going to try and double back towards A.
Nobody moved. They didn't need to.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they heard the footsteps.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely in the across the lane. You hear those footsteps coming into sewer.
One enemy remaining.
Not going to be welcome onto the site. He'll
Strike
fall.
down
Reform.
A.
Most likely shortly after. He's got 5 seconds. No time for a plan. And Gucci
Nice.
coming in with a shorty. Second time today that we've seen him with the shorty shenanigans. City Boys stay alive. 4 more rounds needed to send it to an overtime.
Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Gucci and the shorty, man. Name a better duo.
Yeah, I mean, when
Besides
you look like that, you
peanut
get
butter
hella
and pickles.
shorties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. Well,
You.
actually, he tweeted back to me on Twitter, and he said, I can bend my leg a little bit, so I'm chilling.
Nice.
So he's doing all right. Since we were talking about his road rash earlier. But also, he's a very attractive man,
Yeah.
objectively.
Lucio looking for some sort of shenanigans in the garage. And, well, we'll catch nothing but the bullets of Zachary's weapon, so he'll fall. Gucci will take Apoth through the wall as well. Garage push fall through before it can really even get started. They're not done with it just yet, though. Looking to find calm down long. Jogamo reformed. The trade 2 back to the chance of this one now towards C. Good satchel movement for Jogamo to get him to the site, but Okeano's just too clean on the shot. The second frag now looking for a third, won't have it. Reformed to late trade his teammate. A 1-on-2 now for the fade on site.
And if you're City Boys, you cannot afford to give fights to Reformed right now. They have since linked up, so they don't do that. Pancake
Catch them.
gonna leap across. See? Might actually have caught both of them. That definitely does. All 3, however, because of Resurrection used, and City Boys just making sure they can do whatever they can to try and secure this round. The Hawk doesn't quite find it. One tap there, make it 2, and the return on the investment. Gucci, the savior of City Boys, will hang on for another round.
Down to the wire. But they've done it yet again. Gucci, the man to clutch, looking to get in their heads here. Still needs 3 more rounds against this EG squad. Money going to be tight in this one as they do fall through in a second in a row. So much so they're going to go ahead and stay up on this one. So much so they'll take a timeout, and I like this call. Kill the momentum when it started. We've got a real issue on our hands potentially. Let's solve it before it gets too late.
I mean, the stuff that Okeanos has been doing in the last couple of rounds is insane. To swing out and find the kill into the spawn from garage to attacker-sided spawn, I think it was the round prior that he found Jogamo. And then in that last round, right, finds an early kill, gets out of dodge, takes a shot, doesn't land it, but then re-challenges just standing out in the open, find the kill on Jogamo again. That stuff should not be allowed. But, hey, confidence is key. And Okeanos seemingly flooding with it. I don't know what his scoreline was before we kind of got into this very dire situation, but it has since skyrocketed.
All right, bring ourselves out this timeout. It's Reformed hero rifling. Rest of the squad. 2 sheriffs. A frenzy. Not much, and they'll give the hero rifle over to none other than the IGL of Boostio. I mean, if there's a man I want with my hero rifle, it's him for sure. We'll see what it warrants for him. Zachary early spam through Nebula, finds a little bit of damage. Dart broken early. Caution hard towards C early. Get a lot of util out. in what is just about 5 seconds of the round.
Hey, Cat. Surely, City Boys don't let EG thrifty them, right?
No. Taylor,
Surely
Retro,
not.
Please. One grabbed early from the top of the V site for Okeanos. We're coming on its way towards C. Boostio's picked up one with the Zero rifle on their way to site. Zachary shut it down quickly. A 3-piece form. Looking for one more on Apoth, and Pancakes will have it first. 10-12. Surely they won't, and surely they don't. City Boys will grab themselves the anti-eco. EG now for the rebuy. We'll see what that timeout was about. We'll see if they can put a pin in what is this comeback.
Yeah, now you only have to be perfect one more time if you're City Boys. The economy is trash for Evil Geniuses. Their next round is going to look like the previous if they lose this one. If we go the distance. Last round of regulation, just around the corner. City Boys need to hang on once more. And Okeanos could double up if he wanted to. And Gucci's got the showstopper, right? Gucci's always good for one with the showstopper.
Drone broke by Okeanos. Probably going to come through as well. That double initiator utility. Know where the operator is now. Zachary all the way down C long. That's called Apoth. That's the smokes out of this round. It's going to make this attacking side so difficult. They don't set them to be. They've got to trigger the trademark. They've done just that. Okeanos is forced away.
Yeah, but the showstopper still finds a kill. So numbers still in favor of City Boys for now, and heavily in favor of City Boys is Calm. Calm wanted to play the long con. His team, unfortunately, not on the same page, so he's slowly Scooby-Dooing his way on up. But he's about to run into 4 villains.
Shot down.
Oh, there's the first.
3 villains.
Shot down.
Mystery Machine out in full effect for Calm. Throw the darts forward. Spike down and very much surrounded.
Enemy down.
He's found a second. It's the Gucci classic done to himself. He shot through the nebula and he'll fall. A 1v2 now.
Recon Bolt available
30
too.
seconds
Hunter
left.
Fury should he need it.
Revealing area.
Out goes the Bolt. It's going to be taken down. Shots won't land through the wall. Shotgun, however, slow orb to try and slow things down, but that's not enough to find the kill, and
20
Pancakes
seconds.
backs away the perfect time. The gravity well comes out, and yeah, time's a problem for Calm. He's got to find both these kills. Out on the swing, not quite going to land it. Both players swing on the opposite side, and now you just need
run.
to try and survive. No, Calm has time. He away with just a few moments left. 4 seconds
Spike planted.
is all he needed, and he had 2 to spare. Now a Hunter's Fury to work with, a Vandal in hand, and he just needs to find the headshot, and Calm will do it!
You're with me.